It's hard to make a good double LP. There's always often some tracks that don't work or some sort of filler. But then, there's an album like Jimi Hendrix' Electric Ladyland, possibly one of the most solid double albums of all time. Why is this, you ask? Not only does Jimi cement his place in rock and roll history on this album, showcasing his ability to transcend the instrument of guitar to a whole new level, but he rocks track after track with wonderful songwriting. Take a look at Disc 1, Side A. Sure, you have a very weird introduction with The Gods Made Love, but it's intriguing, and it brings you in. You're curious where this is going, and all of a sudden, beautiful soul invades your ears. Have you ever been to Electric Ladyland? Jimi asks us. He's being meta here, asking us, have you listened to this album before? No? Well, you're in for a treat. He tells us he wants to show us, but what does he want to show us? We find out. Crosstown Traffic, one of the hardest rocking songs of the time. It's grooving, it's moving, and the guitar comes in hot. This is the foundation upon which Aerosmith builds their house. Then, we move into a 14-minute blues jam, Voodoo Child. It's soulful, guitar heavy, and it doesn't drag. It's the stuff that Lynyrd Skynyrd takes, makes it faster, more southern, and we get a guitar ripping freedom. Yeah, that's side one. It blows down the whole house of rock and roll for Jimi to rebuild it. But there's 3 more sides. Are they just as good? I don't know. You tell me. How does a mix of unique sounding Britpop, songs with surprise horn breakdowns, heart-wrenching guitar solos, complete with pedal effects that were unheard of at the time, to inspire thousands of other rock musicians to follow in his footsteps? Oh, okay. You're still not convinced? How about he ends the album with 3 hard-rocking, incredible songs? House Burning Down, then a cover that transcends the original, All on the Watchtower, and lastly, we get Voodoo Child, Slight Return, with the sickest sounding 60s guitar of all time. Jimi's time on this earth was short, but the man released some killer records. Every single one of his studio records has, in the words of Pantera, the heavy metal band, all killer, no filler. Not only is this hard to do on 1 record, Jimi did it on 3. Well, technically 4, because Electric Ladyland is a double LP. Alright, let me put it this way. Even the Beatles have some weird, weak tracks on their double LP, The White Album. Bob Dylan fans say Blonde on Blonde doesn't really start until a couple tracks in. So that begs the question, how in the heck did this man create so many good albums in the short time that he was alive? You wonder, is it because he died young? Are we just elevating him because he's tragic and interesting? If he was around longer, would he still be regarded as highly? Especially if he had more chances to fail? It's possible, but then again, it's hard to argue when you listen to this catalog. This man, he wasn't afraid to be different, to push boundaries, to ask questions about what could be music. That's a very scary road to walk, but Jimi does it effortlessly. So many artists try to do what Jimi does, but I guess that's why the name Hendrix lives on, while so many others fade away. If you haven't listened to this album, it's not just boring dad rock. You're listening to the entire birth of an instrument's relationship, the electric guitar, to rock and roll. I highly, highly urge you to check this album out. It feels fresh. And just a reminder, this was released in 1968. That's 55 years ago. Think about that. How much music sounds that good after 55 years? Not much. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please, if you enjoy this kind of content. I love you all, and I love talking about music, and please feel free to comment if you have any other thoughts about this album or, thoughts in general. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.